This piece of Transformers TCG content is brought to you in part by all these content creators and the Facebook community. Go check out the creators' content in the description of this video, as we all continue to grow this fantastic game's content and its community. We hope you all enjoy this new series.
Autobots, roll out!
What up guys, it's Lee here from Bleeped Up Productions, and today we're bringing you something a little bit special. What we're bringing you today is the Deck Tech Challenge. That's right, Mike and me did an episode. It was a pilot episode, and then we threw it out there in the community, and it caught on fire. We got a lot of people hyped to do it, and then we asked people, would you like to be a part of this? And guess what? The floodgates frickin' opened, guys, and it was phenomenal. Within the first day, we had 20 plus people. 20 plus people wanting to do a collaboration on this whole medium that we're doing. And it's fantastic. All we want to do is grow the game of the Transformers TCG, and we've got big channels and we've got small channels all working together here on the YouTube. We've got people who do content on YouTube. We've got podcasters. We've got live streamers. We've got people who run tournaments. We've got people in the community. Guys, this is just ridiculous. This is like the Mortal Kombat of Transformers TCG right now that's going on online. I don't think anyone's done a mega collaboration like this. A lot of the channels do coincide and work together, but I don't think anyone's done like 20 plus at the moment. I think we've just set a new record. But anyway, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to explain the rules right now, and then we're going to get straight into the episode, and we're going to let the challengers throw down here on Bleeped Up Productions.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so the Deck Tech Challenge is very, very simple. It basically is divided into 3 rounds.
Round 1.
And in round 1, what happens as soon as you get your opponent is you nominate 2 characters and 2 battle cards. These cards can be from any particular wave. They can have synergies with the cards, or they can complete jank, or they don't work. And then you go ahead and you go straight into round 2.
Round 2.
Now, round 2 is where you build the deck, and you try and build something that is either amazing or completely janky or something themed. You can choose what you want to do, but the problem is you need to use one of the cards that the other person has given you. You have to choose at least one of the characters and one of the battle cards. You could use both characters, or you could use both battle cards, but you have to at least pick one battle card and one character. And in round 2, you show the deck. You basically discuss it by telling what's in the card and a little bit of synergy, shall we say. And then we move into round 3.
Round 3.
Now, round 3 is where you guys have a battle report. Basically, you will record yourselves having a game using the decks, and it's basically one game, and that is it. But if you can't record your games, no need to worry, because round 3 is a little bit different, because it'll either be a battle report or talking about the deck synergies. Now, I know not everyone can record, so basically this is basically a little bit of information for people who are going to try out this deck, what to look out for. And then we will release the video so the community and us here on Bleeped Up Productions and all the other content creators that are a part of this series can try these decks out and see how it is. And that is as simple as it gets. That is the Deck Tech Challenge. Challenge someone, build a deck, play the game of the TCG. Welcome to this lovely episode of Tech Challenge. We have a bit of a barn burner with this episode. I'm joined by Kai from transformyourgame.net. But I'm not. I'm going to be quiet a little bit because you guys know what I do. You guys have obviously been tuning into this channel. We're a few fights in. You know roughly what you're getting into. So Kai, I'm going to let you do a little bit of talking, explain your channel and your other bits and bobs you do around the Transformers TCG.
Right. So I'm Kai from TransformingGame.net. We're mainly a competitive-based TCG, Transformers TCG channel. We mainly do the podcast. I've been spreading out and doing some deck profiles, and we're trying to slowly diversify our content. But that's mainly what we do right now. But yeah, the main focus is to bring competitive information to you guys through our YouTube videos or our podcast or our website as well, which has articles and stuff of the like.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really excited. I just want to throw a little bit of salt at my co-host Mike. He hates Skull Smasher. Now, Kai, I know you've just recently done a deck profile. I just want to keep throwing salt at Mike a little bit before we get into the round one. How are you finding that lovely alligator? Because I just want to keep winding up Mike a little bit.
I really like the idea and the concept that I did before. So if you haven't watched the deck profile of it, it's basically using the range cards to just like incrementally do damage every single turn. Every time they attack, Skull Smasher will do damage to them. I have secret actions that do damage to them. I have weapons that do damage to them. So it's just slowly over time things are dying. Sometimes when they attack, sometimes when they're not attacked. So it's a lot of fun, really.
Yeah, definitely. The link for that video will be in the description of this video. So, I've got some cards. I've got some nice cards for you, Kai. I'm not gonna lie. The characters kind of bounce off each other, very themed. What have you thrown my way? Have we gone theme? Have we gone the complete heel to screw me over? Or
I would say I've been very nice because my theme is cards that are good on both offense and defense. So
Get ready!
I think that's pretty generous, honestly. But who knows? You might think otherwise.
Oh no! I like a challenge. Everyone knows this. I like playing jank, and especially when people say that character's terrible. I'm always like, cool, challenge accepted.
Let's go! Round 1, fight!
Alright, so for round 1, your first character is going to be Private RC from Wave 3.
Alright, yeah, she's quite different, isn't she? She's got a lot of interesting things, I believe.
Yeah, she has focus on her alt mode, and then if you flip the bot mode, when she has a weapon, she has both bold 1 and tough 1. So she can play defensively, she can play aggressively, she can play mix, which is very, very nice. So for the second one, it's going to be Dinobot Sludge from Wave 2.
Dinobot Sludge Wave 2. Okay, very well. Let's just say, is that because we recently did a Volcanicus deck, maybe, or is it just because
I saw that and I thought that was a coincidence, but no, it's because of his alt mode. So both modes he has 3 attack, 3 defense, which is pretty beefy, defensive wise. But on his bot mode, if you flip a white, he has an ability that lets you flip an additional card on top of the 2, so you'll be flipping 3 for a white. So that can be used both, again, offensively and defensively. So I thought that was a nice little touch.
a fembot and a dinosaur? Okay, so battle cards. What educational cards have we gone with then, Carl? What are you throwing at me?
So for the first battle card, it will be Acute Reflexes. So this is a white utility from Wave 4. It gives you focus 1, and if you flip a white, it gives you +1 attack and +1 defense. So
Okay, I see some cheeky synergy here. This is actually, you know what, this is quite nice right now. I don't know if I'll be in this lighter spirit as the fights go on throughout this series, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. Thank you. Okay, let's go with something else. What's the next one?
So the next one is Special Delivery. So this one doesn't exactly fit in the theme quite as well because it's hard to find an upgrade or battle card that has both offensive and defensive utility that isn't a utility. So I wanted to give you at least something different in case you didn't want to play acute reflexes or something. But
special delivery. I don't know if you knew this, Kai, but we kind of revealed this card on our channel, which kind of gave us a little bit of, I don't know, should we say some educational comments saying you shouldn't put it on a podcast and halfway through and all this other stuff, but yeah, that's a bit of a mixed bag. Acute reflexes and special delivery. It's pretty good. I'm not going to complain too much. I'm actually really happy with that. The question is, will you be okay with my choices for you? That's the biggest question.
We'll find out. We'll
Okay.
find out, I guess.
Okay, so I've kind of gone theme, because if you've ever seen Transformers the movie, this scene is very iconic.
The Autobots will be vanquished forever! No! Such heroic nonsense.
Your first character, and hopefully you're okay with it. We're going to go with Megatron Living Weapon.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so obviously, you know, the big 13-star problem. I think there's a lot of interesting things, because in his alt mode, you can flip him to return a weapon from your scrap pile, and then obviously, when he's in bot mode, you can basically put a weapon in every single slot, which seems pretty filth.
So I've never actually played with him.
Okay.
The main thing that I've liked about him was when you the alt mode, you get a weapon back. That was the thing that I liked the most about him. But then Trigger, he does the same thing for less. So I've never really played with Living Megatron. So this will be interesting. I like
Yeah, actually, if you think about it.
I like the challenge.
Trigger Happy does do it cheaper. Oh, Wizards, what were you thinking? Anyway, okay, so I said I was going to go with theme, and one of my favourite boys, obviously there's 3 incarnations of this bad boy. I don't want to give you the crappy one. So what I'm going to give you is Captain Ironhide from Wave 3. I think Captain Ironhide has got some game.
Yeah, I think he's got some game, especially with some of the new blue weapons that are in the new set for sure.
Yeah, so I thought I'd give you something
That
nice.
we looked at for sure.
He might be a possibility. Sneaky peek, possibly, boys. I don't know. So battle cards. Here we go. Battle cards is where it gets a little bit interesting for you. I'm going to give you from Wave 2 evasive maneuver. It's an armor. It's blue. And obviously, after the upgraded character defends, you scrap the card. There is some synergy here, obviously, with Megatron. Possibly. It's not a weapon, but, you know, to keep him alive for long enough and all that jazz. With Ironhide, again, it isn't a weapon, but you can keep him alive because of the health situations. The next one, I don't know if it's a shaft card, but I'm going to play it in the latest wave. I'm definitely going to give it a go. And it's a Wave 5 card, and I'm going to give you Versatility. Versatility is an action where you choose one of your characters, and when it attacks for the first time this turn, and you flip at least one battle icon, you repair 1 damage from it for each different colour among the battle icons you flipped. I put this in because I think it can work really well with either or. Because Ironhide obviously is really, really strong at not taking combat damage, so people will probably try and smash him right away. So versatility works really, really well. And then obviously the downside to like Living Weapon for a lot of people was the fact that he's not got a lot of health and he can die really quickly. But yeah, Kai, I'm giving you a bit of a curveball with those two. So how do you feel about the battle cards?
So I've never really played with evasive maneuvers all too much, but it has interested me a little bit. Versatility, I'm actually a big fan of the card. I just haven't found a place to play it in a constructed format, so I'm excited to see how it plays out. So spoiler, I'm probably going to be playing that.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I think we've been quite generous to each other. I think we've done a pretty good job.
I would agree with that.
Let's go! Round 2, fight!
Okay guys, so we're going straight into round 2, and myself and Kai have built our decks. It's going to be a ton of fun, so I'm going to let Kai do all the talking right now as he reveals what characters he's going to use, and cards, and also what battle deck he came up with.
Hey guys, Kai here, and I'm going to be going over my some initial ideas for my thoughts on the characters and battle cards that I ended up choosing for the deck tech challenge, and we're going to be talking about it and going through my thought process as well as the initial deck profile. So between the two choices that I had, which was Megatron Living Weapon and Captain Ironhide, I specifically wanted to play Living Weapon. Partly because my favorite thing about him was being able to grab any weapon from your scrap pile immediately, and there's a new weapon in it. Basically just complements, that's a better word, it complements his abilities just way better. We're gonna just show the lineup real quick. We're playing Megatron Living Weapon at 13 stars. We're playing Sky Shadow Tank at 7 stars. And then we're also playing Night Racer at 5 stars. So the tough 2 on Sky Shadow Tank and the tough from Night Racer's abilities don't particularly matter too much in terms of defensive value nowadays because of how strong Black Pips are getting, how strong Pierce is, and how strong direct damage is, as well as belligerence. But mainly it serves a different function in trying to get your scrap pile set up immediately. So for the battle card that I was forced to play between evasive maneuvers and versatility, I ended up choosing evasive maneuvers. Originally I did try to play versatility because the idea of swinging with Megatron, healing a good amount, and then in order to keep him alive was really enticing. However, because this is eventually, as you will see, a blue dominant base deck, so we ended up choosing the evasive maneuvers instead, which it still ended up fitting nicely into the list, giving the cards that we were playing already. So that being said, let's go into the list itself. So I'm going to start with the most important card, I believe, in the deck, which is Master Sword. So Master Sword has a restriction that I want to go over just real quick, that it pertains particularly to Megatron Living Weapon. And that is, play this only to replace a weapon on a character that has no empty weapon slots. So because Megatron Living Weapon on his bot mode says specifically that your armors and utilities are still armors and utilities, that means you don't have to fill all your weapons on every single one of those slots in order to play the Master Sword. However, it does mean that the first weapon that you play on Living Weapon has to be in the weapon slot so that you can start playing the Master Sword immediately. Other than that, it's just really strong because +4 being able to protect itself from things like sabotage armaments or enforcement batons is just super solid for a blue grenade launcher. And we're playing 2 because realistically you could play just 1. You only need to play the 1 on Megatron, and you may be able to get it on one of your other characters, but realistically you're not going to play 2 on Megatron because you just don't need 15 million attack. You just need to hit for consistent numbers and use the utility slot as an actual utility, which I'll go over in a little bit. For the rest of the weapons, we're playing 3 Armed Hovercraft. 3 Armed Hovercraft is basically the best filler weapon for you to play on Megatron, or any of your characters actually, in order to start putting Master Sword onto Megatron specifically, but you're also just doing ping damage every time you play it, and Megatron can grab it constantly, so you're always doing more ping damage, on top of the fact that it does protect the Master Sword, and it's just filler basically because you just want to replace it with Master Sword immediately. Playing 3 copies of Sturdy Javelin. Sturdy Javelin is just really good, being able to do 2 damage to any character you want because you put it on a ranged character is really solid. And then we're playing 2 Handheld Blaster because it's a double blue. It lets your little guys live longer. They're tough, but also It's a weapon, so you can protect it, protect Master Sword with it, which is just really, really solid. No reason for you to not play it, in my honest opinion. Next, we're playing one Energon Axe. Still one of the best weapons in the game. Probably still the best blue weapon in the game. Then we're going to go into the utilities really quick, since we're only playing 2 of those. We're playing 2 Enhanced Power Cell. Originally this was Energy Pack, but just sometimes Megatron Living Weapon just just dies. That does happen. He doesn't have 3 defense in any mode, so that can happen. And he does have a fairly low HP for his cost, so he can die pretty quickly. So just having the ability to just play on any one of your characters is really solid. So that's it for the utilities. Then we're playing 2 Ghost Shield. Ghost Shield is part 2 of the final phase of Megatron. This is if you're not playing against Horrible, this is usually the armor that you will end up getting into the end state, because 5 defense that cannot be broken by Bashing Shield if you have a armor in hand is pretty solid. So that's just really good, and you can cheat in to play with Hunker Down, one of the best tank cards in the game. Probably the best tank card in the game. This is probably not a question. Evasive maneuvers. The forced 2 copies. Originally this was going to be composite armor, but there is a little more versatility with evasive maneuvers because of the tough. You do get to send stuff to your scrap pile immediately, so that's very useful, and you can put it on any character that isn't a tank. So if you have to swing with Megatron in bot mode, cool, there you go. If you have to swing with Night Racer and you need her to live, there you go. Then we're playing 1 Reflex Circuit, one of the best. It's the best blue-green armor that we have in the game. Just being able to give +1 additional defense against melee is pretty solid, considering that there are some strong melee characters coming out in the game now, like Horrible and Fangry, to name a few. So always just nice to have, and you don't really need to pick it up if you see it, if you don't feel you need to. Next, we're playing 1 Hollow Matter Projector. Being able to protect one of your characters from direct damage is pretty good. It being a green as well means that when you see it, you can pick it up if you need to and just block a lot of incoming direct damage on a specific character, which is very nice. Next, we're playing 1 of Crystal of Power. So this is one of the cooler tech cards for Living Weapon, because there's a few points about it that I want to specifically mention, and that's the fact that it's an armor and a weapon at the same time. So that means when you flip Megatron to alt mode, you can grab it from your scrap pile. That is pretty cool, but you only do that if you need to protect the Ghost Shield and you don't have an armor in your hand, so you just do that and grab the Ghost Shield. So that's really cool, but probably the most important thing about Crystal of Power is that you play it for free off of Hunker Down. So you flip Megatron to alt mode, you play the Crystal of Power onto him, and then you grab back the Master Sword. And since Crystal of Power takes up both the weapon and the armor slot, this means that you can now play either Ghost Shield or Master Sword onto Megatron, and you can basically get him set up in a single turn. So that's it for our upgrades. For our actions, we're playing 3 Security Checkpoint, one of the best double blue card in the game. Hunker Down, we're playing 3 copies of those, the best tank card in the game. Just being able to flip your tanks to their alt mode is for free, and quote unquote free because you have to play a card. But you get that, you get their flip abilities, and you get to play armors on them if they don't have armors. It's just so much value. So after that, we're playing 3 Bigger They Are. +2 on Megatron if you need to, in order to hit the aforementioned 15 million. But also tough Pierce 4 on your little guys is that's just too much value to ignore. So being able to just do 4 damage when your opponent was expecting to take like 2 or maybe 1 is just so solid. After that, we're playing 1 Reprocess. This is a bit of a flex spot, but there are some times where you do need to heal Megatron in order to live. There are some times where you need to hit utilities or maybe an armor like Force Field or something. So we're playing the reprocess just to be safe. It's not required if you don't want to take the list verbatim, but I think it's just good as a solid one of that has versatility in keeping Megatron alive or weapon or upgrade removal. And then for our secret actions, we're playing 2 End Hostilities. One of the best secret actions in the game, being able to shut down belligerents as well as just any orange deck for that one battle is very, very solid. Sabotage armaments, very, very good. Still getting rid of weapons is just really solid. 2 Infiltrate, because being able to turn off things like Peace of Tyranny or Supercharge or their best orange action for the turn means that you can live longer, and all your secret actions when you play them give you tough 1 because of Night Racer. So that's already good enough alone to just play those, but they just have such powerful abilities that, yeah, you just being able to just mitigate so much damage by playing these secret actions for the turn is just really solid. And then we're playing 2 stable covers. Pierce can eat the deck alive, so having that as a failsafe, I guess, is not bad, but that's the choice you have to make in order to live against Pierce. And then we're playing 1 hiding spot for that same concept, where in order to protect Megatron from Pierce, but also just to mess with your opponent's attack orders or things of the sort. And then we're playing 1 Hold the Line as our last secret action. It's a good generic secret action. Being able to heal 1 is basically effectively +1 defense, but that defense matters because it heals damage that you will take from Pierce later on, but it also heals things from direct damage and the like, so a little more versatile of a +1 defense. So that's the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy seeing the insight into how and why I wanted to create this deck, given the restrictions that Lee has given me.
So I believe now it is my turn to show you what I built. So my character to begin with, I had the choice between Private RC or Wave 2 Sludge. Now both of them are very good, and I went with the Fembot Private RC. That's right, I think she's really versatile, exactly what Kai said in round 1, having bold 1 and tough 1 while having a weapon in bot mode, and then also in alt mode having focus 1. You can really go through cards quite quickly, so I was like, that seems like a really cool idea. So I'm going to build my team around her. So then I was looking around and I was like, hey, she might have a female friend to work with, and I decided to go with my second character, Private Greenlight. Private Greenlight, I really like this character. I really think this card works really well with RC. They're both cars, so there is some possible car shenanigans in the deck. She's got Safeguard 3 in alt mode, which is really interesting, but then in bot mode, whenever you play a green card, she gets +1. Now there's some cards in here that can really make this card go off a little bit, which is really interesting, so I thought that is a bit of a nice addition to the team. And so then I was looking around going, cool, I've literally got 9 stars remaining. What could I pick? And I was having a look around and I wasn't so sure, and then I realized I haven't played this guy yet on the channel, I don't think so, and I want to try him out, so I went with Specialist Ratchet. Specialist Ratchet is a really cool card because in alt mode, before the game begins, you may reveal Medic from my deck and then put it in your hand. So you're starting with 5, which is pretty strong. So it's really cool. I really like it. He can really go off if you build some interesting mechanics around healing and stuff. So that is in the deck. Now we've got 1 star remaining, and what I went with was one of the new stratagems, which was Heroic Spotlight. So Heroic Spotlight, if your starting team is only Autobots in my deck, basically, I can have 2 extra star cards. So I've got 2 extra star cards in here that must contain the colour blue in them. So you'll be seeing them quite quickly. So there's my team. I think it's very formidable. The health is pretty interesting. And I wanted to just try something a little bit different out from what I normally play. So, without further ado, we're going to get straight into the equipment/upgrades. Now, the first one is a utility, and there's 3 of, and it's a Field Communicator. It's a utility, and when you put this on a specialist, scrap the top card of your deck. You may play that card. It gives you +1 attack, and Ratchet and Greenlight are specialists. Then I'm moving into 3 grenade launchers because, hey, why not bring a grenade launcher to the party? +4, scrap, really, really strong. Next, we're going to have some car shenanigans with turbo boosters. Now, turbo boosters is obviously you can only put it on cars. And when you put this on a car, you can untap the character. So obviously we're going to have some car shenanigans with Greenlight and RC. Hopefully we can get multiple attacks off. That'll be really fun. And that's an orange pip. We're then going to go into kind of a fun thing that I've put in the deck for the whole healing factor, and it's a utility called Toolbox. It's a green pip, and if you would be repaired by the upgraded character, instead repair 1 more damage. So basically what you're thinking is there's other cards in here that repair, so you want to put this either on Ratchet so it can go off Greenlight or RC. So these are really versatile. I'm only running 2 of these, but they will work really well in the deck. Next we're going to run 2 sparring gear. Now sparring gear is an orange and a green, so it's searchable, which is really, really cool. It's an armor and it's tough too, so what more do you want? Next we have wands of equipments. Now I put this card in here because I think it could be really interesting. I was tempted to put 2 in, but it only really works. I think I might eventually, when I come back to looking at it, probably put more in, and that is Sonic Stun Gun. So when you play a green card, the upgraded character gets +1. So basically this card has Greenlight's ability. So if you put it on Greenlight, Greenlight's already going to get +1, and then because you played this, you also get +1, I believe. So you can keep playing green cards, and she can just tee off, and you can put it on, RC, or you can put it on Ratchet, depending on the situation, and you can really, really mount up let's just say, the attack. The next one card is Bashing Shield. It's in there to scrap enemy armor. You guys know what Bashing Shield does. Gives you +1 armor, scrapping armor. Really, really good. And then we've got Enforcement Batons, 1 of, because you can scrap an enemy weapon. Seems quite prevalent currently at the moment. And then I chose KYE'S card for me, and I went with Acute Reflexes. That's right, my achievement got unlocked, guys. I went with 1 Acute Reflexes. Gives you focus 1, and when the upgraded character battles and you flip at least 1 white, you get +1 attack, +1 defense. So it can work in defensive or offensive, what Kai said in round 1. Really, really strong. I have 2 more I've completely forgot, and it's 2 copies of Noble's Blaster, which is a blue and a green pip, so it's searchable. It's a +2 attack, and you can only put on Autobots, and if I'm attacking a Decepticon, I get pierced 2. So there are my upgrades, guys. 18 upgrades in total. I'm really, really happy with the build currently. It might be tweaked a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. So, without further ado, we are getting straight into our next couple of cards, and they're all the actions. So obviously, I'm running 1 medic, guys, because obviously I can start with that in my hand because of Ratchet's ability at the beginning. So we're running 1 of medic. We're then going to get straight into the next card, which is Brainstorm. Brainstorm's really, really good because it's an action. You may play another action and another action. So you can get quite a bit of a trigger going on with Ratchet with healing, or even Greenlight with all the green, etc. It's really, really interesting. So we're running 3 of those. We're then going to be running 3 of a card that I haven't really used before, and that is War of Attrition. Basically, your opponent chooses one of their characters and does 1 damage to it, and then obviously if I get to play all 3 of them, I get to repair 3 damage from one of my characters. Obviously with Ratchet on the board, that's a +3, and then I get to heal 3 from someone else, which is really, really strong. So I thought I'd give this card a whirl in this, and I'm running 3 of those. Next we're running 1 Smelt, just because I need upgrade removal. The opponent can choose to scrap whatever they want, but obviously it's searchable, and I need to possibly have removal in this deck. We're then going to go into 2 Repair Bay, which is repair 1 damage from each of your characters, so obviously healing across the board. If I've got toolboxes out on the board, obviously Ratchet can get bigger. It's really, really good. Next we're running 2 of the Spy Master's Refuge, just because it's a new card. And also you may play a secret action, and while this card is face down, this card and that card aren't scrapped at the end of the turn, which is really, really strong. So that means you can just keep your lovely secret actions alive if you don't want to reveal them. It's obviously got the card there for specialists. I'm running 2 of them. Seems really good. It's searchable, it's strong, and also yeah, it's a new Wave 5 card. Why not try it out? Next we're going to run with 2 Team Up Tactics. Choose one of your characters. If it's a truck, repair 2. If it's a car, draw 2 cards. Very versatile in this deck because it's a car truck deck. Next, we're going to run 2 start your engines. Obviously, it's really good, so flip each of your characters from bot mode to car mode, and then untap one of your cards. I've also got turbo boosters in here, guys, that you've already seen. So yeah, I'm trying to have a small car shenanigans in this deck. Next, we're running 2 hidden fortifications. It's a secret action, obviously reveal, tough 3. Need to get some tough in the deck again, so I thought I'd run 2 of these secret actions because they're really, really good. Next, we're going to run 2 diagnosis, which is a white pip and also repair. 1 damage from one of your characters. If you're starting team with all Autobots, you get to draw a card as well. Very, very good, obviously in the deck for healing. Next, we're going to run a little bit of fun, which is wedge formation. It's orange is a black and a green pip. When you play it, you can repair 1 damage from melee, which RC is. I haven't got any ranged, so I'm not going to be able to draw a card, but I do have specialists on the board, so I get to plan. So obviously, if I've got a card I don't really want in my hand that I can punch or I need to defend, etc. really well, yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. And then, because obviously I took Heroic Spotlight, I was allowed to have 2 additional star cards, and those 2 additional star cards is Heroic Resolve. Obviously, you guys know if you put if one of your Autobots would take enough damage to KO it, instead the character takes enough damage to be left on 1 health, then you can put this in the KO area. So it's a one-use kind of thing, but obviously with the healing in here and stuff like that, I can possibly heal them up to survive at least a couple more hits, which will be really, really fun. And for my final action, it was really a hard choice because I could have gone in hostilities, which I'm feeling more and more now should have been in the deck. But what we've gone with is the B word, as I stated on TransformYourGame.net's latest podcast in episode 16, which was belligerence. Yeah, I'm running 2 belligerences, obviously until the end of the turn. Either player, as they flip a blue, it becomes an orange. There is the deck, guys. First iteration, really, really happy with how it came out. So obviously it's very action heavy, but obviously I want to try and get some shenanigans off with all the healing and also some other fun stuff with cards and stuff. There's a lot going on in this deck, which is really interesting. I wanted to throw some wave 5 cards and not just keep on using the same kind of cards I would use if I wanted to originally build it. I wanted to try something a little bit different. So you've seen both of our decks now, Kai's decks and my deck. Now let's throw down in round 3. Let's see who will come out on top.
Let's go!
Round 3, fight!
Alright then, guys, so we are back with round 3 of Kai's and mine Deck Tech Challenge. You've heard about the decks, you know what's included, so now we're going to throw down via the internet. So, how do you want to do this, Kai? Do you want to roll to see who goes first, or...?
Yeah, we can do that. Even or odd?
Let's go odd, because I'm a bit of an odd character.
Odd it is.
Odd it is. I would love to go first, if that's okay.
Yep, I can't do anything about that.
Cool. So, the first thing I need to do, which I've completely forgot, is because I'm starting with Ratchet on the board, I need to actually start with Medic in hand. So I'm going to show you the Medic card. I am going to do it.
Cool.
It's reading this, you may reveal it. So you don't have to actually have him in your starting hand, which is quite interesting. Which I think is a bit of a weird thing to do, but yes. Yeah, so I'm going to draw for turn, and let's get going. Good luck, Kai. Good luck.
Good luck, mate.
All right, mate. So what we're going to do first is we are going to flip RC, and then we are going to go green light into Night Racer, just so I can see if I can try and do some damage to that lovely new shiny car. So here we go. So 1, 2. I have an attack of 3.
I have
no pin.
2, or I have blocking 4, so no damage.
Oh wow. Okay, so no damage. I will, on the other hand, I will take a Noble's Blaster and take it and pitch a wedge formation. And over to you, sir.
All right, I'll draw. All right, we're going to flip Megatron.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put the sturdy javelin onto the tank. Then we're going to swing into green light and throw the javelin at RC. Okay, so RC is just going to take a cheeky 2 from a very big javelin. And then, yeah, let's go. Let's see how Sky Shadow Tank does against green light. We're doing 5 Pierce 1.
5 Pierce 1. I am blocking 2, so I'm going to take 3. But she's got Safeguard 3 anyway, so she's going to take 3.
Cool.
Oakley dokley. Now, what would I like? So what we will do is I will get rid of a Spy Master's Rush for a toolbox. Okay, is it my turn, Kai? Awesome sauce. Thank you very much. Right, I'll draw a card. Play Medic on RC to heal her back up to full health, because that was really naughty of the tank to hit her. That was my action for the turn, and then for my upgrade this turn, I'm going to put a Noble's Blaster onto her. And then the only legal target I can actually hit is actually Sky Shadow Tank. So we're going to go RC into Sky Shadow Tank. So she's got, because she's got a weapon, she actually gets bold one and tough one. So let's see how we get on. So 1, 2, white, pip, and then bold 1. Okay, so we're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, pierce 2.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll take 2.
Wow. Okay. Feel like this is going to be a slobber knocker. All right. Okay. Over to you, Kai. I'm not going to take any cards to hand.
Me neither. I'll draw. We'll flip living living weapon. And then we'll grab back the armed hovercraft.
Okay. Nice.
Then we'll play the armed hovercraft onto Megatron, doing 1 to everyone.
Okay, so everyone takes 1, so green light will be at 4, RC will be at 1, and Ratchet will take a cheeky 1.
And then we'll have Night Racer swing into, we'll go to green light.
Okay, no worries. Alright, so 1, 2. Alright, so
Swinging
what's
for
your
3.
total amount? Swinging for 3, any pierce?
Nope, not today.
I have 2, 3, so no damage.
Alrighty.
I will... Yeah, that's... Actually, no, I'll let it go by. I'm going to let those cards go by. Alright, my turn. Let's draw a card. Let's see what we get here. Oh! Ratchet, my boy. This could get interesting. Okay, so we are going to flip Ratchet because he's very angry that you're hitting females. He's very, very angry. He's very protective, this guy.
Oh boy.
What we're going to do is we are going to play Wedge Formation. And Wedge Formation is I can repair 1 damage from a melee character, which I will, and I'll repair it off RC, but that will give a +1 to Ratchet. And then we have a specialist, but I am not going to plan. And then I'm going to put a grenade launcher on Ratchet.
Uh-oh.
And what we're going to do, I think, which would... how much armor does, or defense does Night Racer have and Sky Shadow Tank have?
They both have 2 defense. The tank has tough 2.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go into Night Racer then. So I'm coming in with a base of 8 because I healed someone this turn. So let's see what we get. So 1, 2. Okay, just coming in for 8.
8. Blocking 4. I'll take 4.
Okay, there we go. No cards for me to pick up, Kai, so you're all good.
Me neither. Alright, draw. Okay. We're gonna flip Megatron.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot to put the grenade launcher away, so yeah, it's in the scrap pile.
So we are going to do armed hovercraft in Megatron's utility slot.
Nice. So everyone's taking 1 again. That's lovely. So green light goes to 5 now. Okay.
And then we'll send Megatron into green light. See if
Okay.
we can finish the job.
Alright, here we go.
We're swinging for 9.
Swinging for 9. Okay, I am blocking 4, so I'm going to take 5. Ouch.
2 off.
So she lives. She's on 2. She's pretty banged up, though. She's pretty banged up.
We're gonna grab the reflex circuits.
Okay, cool. I will get rid of the toolbox for a Noble's Blaster. Okay. Alright. We reset now, Kai, yeah? Is that all good?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome sauce. My turn. Let's draw a card then. Okay. So, what we will do is we will flip green light into bot mode. We will then put a Noble's Blaster on her, to give her +2, but also giving her another +1 because it's a green card. And then what we're going to do is we're going to secretly go into Night Racer. So 5, 6, 7. Going in for 7 on Night Racer. Let's see what we can do here. 1, 2. Okay. We are just looking at 7.
She's blocking 3, so she'll take another 4.
Okay, she takes another 4. Oakley dokley. Alright, no cards for me to take that time, so we're all good in the hood.
Alright, draw. So we're going to play Hunker Down. We'll flip Living Weapon, and then we're going to play...
Here we go, there's a specific card I'm assuming that's in there for this. Here we go. Has to be.
So we're going to play the Crystal of Power onto Sky Shadow Tank. And then we are going to play the Ghost Shield onto Megatron.
Oh mate, what's that thing from Ultra Beast? Power Up? That's pretty much what just happened right there. That's exactly what's just happened. Oh my days.
Oh, it gets even better because I'm gonna trigger Living Weapon.
Yes,
and
you
we're
are.
gonna grab the Master Sword.
Of course you are. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Then we're going to play the Master Sword onto Megatron.
Yep.
And then we're going to flip, and that's all my plays for the turn. So we're going to send Sky Shadow Tank into green light. Hopefully finish it.
Okay, dokley. Alright, yeah, no worries.
1, 2.
Okay, that was hilarious. Alright, how much damage are we looking at?
Swinging for 7.
Swinging for 7. I am blocking 1, so I'm going to take 6. So unfortunately, green light perishes. Green light dies. Alright, Kai. My turn? Awesome sauce. I will draw a card. Right, what we're going to do is we are going to put enforcement batons on Ratchet, and I get to scrap an enemy weapon. I really don't like that Master Sword.
Well, I'm gonna have to scrap the Energon Axe in order to protect the Master Sword.
There we go. See? Look at that, guys. I'm getting rid of even better cards in Kai's hand. This is crazy. We'll just send RC in this time, just to see what she can do. So, yeah, we'll go into Sky Shadow Tank. 1, 2, white, pip. Okay. So, we are looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, pierce 2.
Blocking 4, so he'll take 5.
Well done, girl. Well done.
There's a pretty sizable hit.
Well done. Well done. She's angry. You've killed one of her closest friends. They were friends on Facebook, I believe. That was.
Oh boy.
All right, over to you, Kai.
All right. We're gonna flip Megatron.
Yep.
We are going to add back. Let's see.
This shows guys how powerful he can be. This just saying is all. The rumblings of Drew are coming back to me. About what I talked on your guys' podcast about was when Drew was saying he's as powerful as Prime, Battle Royale, Battlefield Legend, even. Sorry.
Yes.
I can't get my mind around it, but now I can with all these upgrades. Sorry, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna add back the Energon Axe.
Okay, cool.
Then we're going to play. We're gonna play the Reflex Circuits onto the Sky Shadow Tank.
Yep.
Then we're gonna play a secret action.
Woohoo! Secret, eh?
And then we're gonna send Night Racer into RC.
Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do. 1, 2, white, pip, tough 1. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Blocking 3.
I got Pierce 1.
Okay, so I'm going to take another 1. Cheeky, that little car, man. Okay, so we got secret action on the board. What could that be? We will find out very shortly, I believe. What we're going to do is we are going to flip RC, and then we are going to play Turbo Boosters to untap her.
Ooh.
I know. Whoa! Whoa, the craziness. we're going to go RC into Night Racer.
All right.
All right, do you want to reveal your secret action, or are you all good in the hood?
I am all good.
Okay, so she's got focus 1, so we'll have a look. I'll ditch that. Okay, so here we go. So we're going 1, 2, perfect. So we're looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Pierce 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will be just enough.
There we go, on the money. Females duking it out together. Alright, there we go. Okay,
And
no
secret action
cards
was
for me.
infiltrate.
Ah, there it is. It's the special card to stop the B word that's floating around right now.
Alright,
Okay.
we'll draw. We're going to play the enhanced power cell onto Sky Shadow Tank.
Okay, cool beans.
We'll flip Megatron, and then we'll swing into RC.
Okay, alright, I get to focus 1. Do I want to keep it? That's the question. Yes, I do. So we're going to go 1 and 2. Okay. Right, I'm pre-shuffling these 2 that I'm just going to go are going to go into my scrap pile in a second. So how much damage am I taking then, Kai?
We're swinging for 12.
Swinging for 12. That's a scary number. Unfortunately for some, she's blocking 2 of that, so taking 10, which will kill her. Bang on the bang on the buck. So that's a sad panda's in space moment. So bye, lovely lady. Sorry. Right, here we go. Alright, I'm going to draw a card. Just to make sure we can possibly try and kill at least Sky Shadow. He's got extra health now, hasn't he?
Yes, he has +3 health.
+3 health. So he was left on 2, right? Or 3, so he's got 6.
Yeah, he has 6. You have to do 6 to him.
I have to do 6 to him. Wow. Well, he's going to go out like a boy, I think. So we're going to go grenade launcher. And then we're going to play the card that your co-host Clint absolutely hates, which is belligerence.
Oh no.
And we're going to try and kill the tank. Because I don't think I'll do any damage really to Megatron, but I think I can try and kill the tank.
Just real quick,
Right.
the Enforcement Batons is also a weapon.
It is, so that will get scrapped. So we're all good in the hood. Thank you for reminding me, Kai. Much
good, all good.
appreciated. Alright, so 1, 2. Okay, cool beans. Alright. So we're looking at 4, 8, 9, 10, Pierce 1.
He's a specialist, right?
He is a specialist.
Alright, then I'll take 7 and die.
There we go. Alright, so ooh, do I? Yeah, I'll need to keep it. No, we're good. So I'm going to keep those. Grenade launcher goes. So it's down to what happens in the movie. How theme. Living weapon versus the lovely rescue and repair ratchet. Let's see how it turns out.
Alright, so we're going to replace the armed hovercraft with Energon X, and then we're going to play
Okay.
Secret AR. And then we'll go in and hopefully try and one-shot him.
Wow. Okay, that's a horrific amount of damage. Let's see if he survives this or not. 1, 2, white. Pip. Okay. I don't know how much are we looking at right now?
We're looking at 16.
Okay. Yeah, just 16, right?
Just a measly 16.
Just a measly 16. You know, it's all good. So 16 blocking 2 takes 14, which will actually blow up Specialist Ratchet. And yeah, living weapon. Wow. Who would have thought it? Hey.
You win. Well done. You lose.
So what are your thoughts then overall with how the deck building process was for you and how the game was and loads of other fun stuff?
Yeah, there were some things that I was pretty sure that I would see, like belligerence, which is why I had like infiltrates and this stuff, but
Yep.
other than that, I think the deck pretty much worked as I thought it would. I kind of had to go a little faster than I anticipated because of the belligerence, but overall, I think it ended up working out pretty well.
I have to admit, my deck's really fun. I didn't get to see any of my heroic resolves because of my heroic spotlight. Didn't get to see that to save my bacon.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of my repairing. Also, my flavor card. I didn't see Sonic Stun Gun right away because that's really fun with green light.
Oh yeah.
That can go off. That can go off quite well. So, like early on, I was like, well, I think I've just got to throw her in because obviously Safeguard 3 is really good. But yeah, there was I really like it. I really like this build. I think I just need to have a look at it and probably make a few tweaks maybe because I definitely have. I think it's really half and half with orange and blue. So maybe belligerence shouldn't really be in there. Maybe that can be replaced with something else because there's enough damage in this deck at the moment that can really hurt if you get the right things going. But yeah, I think it's a ton of fun. I'm excited that you got to play a guy that you've never really used before. So pretty excited that you used him and actually shown him in this challenge to be actually quite formidable if you get the right upgrade. Holy cow!
Yeah, it's kind of fun imagining Megatron with being his tyrannical self with all these things on him.
I know. I think now there's enough upgrades out there that are really interesting that he is very viable. I think some people might just be a bit scared about his star cost, but yeah, I think people need to really go back and look at him because currently right now he can really hurt Titans. I think that's why I gave him to you in the first challenge. I thought it'd be really interesting to see if he has got the guts to probably blow up some big things. And well, you saw it, like the last attack in the third round. Holy cow, that's a lot of damage, and especially if you build him right. So yeah, I just want to thank Kai again for being a part of the challenge. Thank you very much for basically winning your first match, mate. You are 1-0. I'm going down to the losers pool. You're going to the winners pool at the moment, so it should be quite interesting to see how it goes. And yeah, hopefully your next opponent gives you something flavorful and nice, because I think I was quite nice to you with some of the cards. So yeah, it should be good fun.
All right, and I do want to thank you for hosting it because this is a lot of fun, and looking forward to doing more. For sure.
Oh yeah.